today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
To throw on third down. Rich. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Ravens now ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On 3rd and 1, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. Meadows. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. That'll go as a pickup of 8. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal from the 6. Here's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun. Rich buying time to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Rich, complete to Newsom. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat at a first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hands it off out of the gun. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Meadows about 3 yards there to the 27. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Able to spin free. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on 1st down. Meadows. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Rich. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Rich. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons have moved out in front. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gomez.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun, and this is going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Up the middle they go. Stanley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
On 3rd down, Rich got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Rich. Throw to the right. Caught by Dulcich. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. On 1st down, Rich
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
to throw on 2nd down. Rich.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, Stanley. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, Rich. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, Rich eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rich. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Rich hitting London coming across the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Rich. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Rich escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cards locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Pats trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Up the middle they go. It's Stanley, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Meadows. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
To throw on 2nd down. Rich. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down now, Meadows, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Meadows. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down. Rich, flush to his... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Rich. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
down. Stanley. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down, there's the option going left. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Looking to throw. Rich. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
They'll try the left side. It's Stanley. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Gomez.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Jackson on first down.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To throw on third down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.